Happening tonight, the drama continues in Dolton, where the mayor's controversial choice for top cop is on his way out. NBC5's Regina Waldroup was at tonight's meeting and explains the ongoing issues with the village's police department.
Within days, this village will once again be without a police chief. A state agency said the current one wasn't qualified, and a majority of trustees, they agreed.
Hey guys, out of order, and I see why people kick people out of the building.
Another eventful village board meeting in South Suburban Dolton.
I have the seat now, whether you like it or not. I am your mayor.
And Mayor Tiffany Henyard once again told residents she'll be victorious in her run for a second term.
Know this, I am going to come through on a landslide, just like Trump did.
But right now, it's her handpicked choice for police chief that's of interest. In a letter, the Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standards Board said that Ronnie Burge Sr. has no authority to make arrests or carry a firearm until the necessary documents were submitted to determine if he's eligible for reactivation and a training waiver. A judge said that Burge could only serve for 30 days. His last day on the job, Friday.
Well, the mayor gets the ability to appoint somebody, and hopefully that the information will be presented to the board, and it'll be somebody that the board can agree to. Should the board disagree, then there could be another temporary appointment of a different person.
The Dolton Police Department has been without a chief for most of the year. We asked trustee Jason House, who's also running for mayor, about morale in the department.
It's a challenge. It is a challenge. We talk to them and we do what we can to lift up the spirits, and I think that they're doing really good given all the conditions that they face.
And remember that investigation former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot started in April of this year? Well, it's winding down, and a complete report could be out as soon as January. In Dolton, I'm Regina Waldroup, NBC5 News.
The political power struggles continue in South Suburban Dolton tonight. The issue brought to court today, the legality of several recent staff appointments made by Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Our Regina Waldroup has the very latest on a hearing that wrapped up just a short time ago.
After a 4-hour hearing, a judge sided with the majority of trustees and the people that the 3 people appointed by Mayor Tiffany Henyard could not take their positions and not even come into Village Hall. 3 new hires in the village of Dolton being challenged in court.
The mayor illegally appointed 3 people illegally, without a board meeting, without the consent of the board.
The police chief, village attorney, and village administrator, all recently appointed by troubled Mayor Tiffany Henyard. The attorney for a majority of Dolton trustees maintains that Henyard broke the rules, so he's asking a judge to step in and issue a ruling that would temporarily prevent the 3 from working in their positions.
You were absolutely right. He issued a temporary restraining order against Henyard and against all 3 of her appointees, ordered them not to come to Village Hall, and allow Freeman and all the other personnel to do their job.
Some police are also speaking out about what's happening in the village right now. Here's what one officer with 10 years on the force had to say about morale and the new police chief. He does not want us to reveal his identity.
Quite a while now, we've kind of been in the middle of everything that's been going on with the mayor and former Chief Lacey and all of that. So we've been kind of like the rope in the middle that everybody's been pulling on and tugging on. So morale is just kind of low right now. We just kind of wish this was over and done with. You know, the feds come in and do what we got to do, they got to do, and then we can kind of get back to normal, to just being the police in Dolton.
The issue heads back to court on October 9th. Reporting near Daily Plaza, I'm Regina Waldroup, NBC5 News.
Happening tonight in Dolton, village officials there are planning to hold 2 separate meetings.
So for months, Mayor Tiffany Henyard has been at the center of scandals and lawsuits. Our Regina Waldroup is joining us live with some of the details. Regina, you've been covering this story for months. This could be a confusing night for residents with these dueling meetings.
Yeah, it could, Alex, because we have Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard set to hold a village board meeting here at Village Hall. That's happening at 6:30. Then you have a majority of trustees set to hold a meeting also, this time at the Park District, where they tell me there's ample seating because these meetings at Village Hall are always packed. A Cook County Circuit Court judge recently blocked appointments by Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard to key village posts. The judge siding with 4 trustees. They contended the appointments of Ronnie Burge Sr. as police chief, Angela Lockett as village attorney, and Michael Smith as village administrator were illegal because the village board didn't vote on them, and the judge agreed. The trustees sued in Cook County Circuit Court seeking a temporary restraining order to block the appointments. Federal investigators have asked for financial records and other documents concerning Henyard in her role as mayor and also supervisor of Thornton Township. So we should mention that I am told the village clerk as well as the village administrator will not be attending the meeting here at Village Hall, but instead attending the meeting at the Park District with a majority of trustees. Of course, we'll put it all together for you on the news at 10. For now, I'm live in Dolton. Regina Waldroup, NBC5 News.
See you later on tonight. Regina, thank you. For months, there is a new legal battle brewing in Dolton between the mayor and some village trustees.
As Regina Waldroup explains, it has a lot to do with 2 meetings held earlier this week.
Yeah.
Regina.
2 village board meetings, one held at Village Hall, one held at a park district. And now there's a lawsuit, and I talked to the attorneys for both sides.
Competing village board meetings now at the center of a lawsuit. Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard, trustees Andrew Holmes and Stan Brown say this Monday night meeting at the Park District was illegal. Max Solomon is their attorney.
We believe strongly that that meeting was improperly called and improperly held. The residents of Dolton were confused.
The meeting held at Village Hall that night canceled for a lack of a quorum. When Tiffany Henyard showed up at the Park District, she got heckled. Trustee Jason House told NBC5 the meeting was held at the Park District because of Open Meeting Act violations. The village recently cited by the Attorney General's office for failing to make meetings convenient or open to the public. Residents have often complained about limited seating and barricades at those meetings.
The mayor took steps to correct those things that the Attorney General required. And so we believe that for that reason, the meeting was supposed to have been here. And if it wasn't going to be here, there were steps that could have been taken.
The lawsuit is asking for Village Hall to be named the primary place for village business and that some of the business conducted at those meetings outside of Village Hall since September 3rd be invalidated.
And the people deserve to know where their meetings are going to be held, one meeting, where it's going to be held, and what's on the agenda.
Bert Odelson represents a majority of trustees. He calls the lawsuit frivolous.
This lawsuit, on top of all the other lawsuits, is a waste of the taxpayers' money.
Odelson also says the trustees moved the meeting to the Park District to comply with the Attorney General's office.
They've moved it to the Park District where it's handicap accessible, 300 people can get in, there's parking, there's no problem.
So when I asked Bert Odelson where the next Dolton Board of Trustees meeting will be held, he told me the Park District. Now, as for the lawsuit, no court dates have been filed just yet in this case, but definitely an interesting one that we will continue to follow.
And we know you will, Regina. This has been the story that seems to keep on giving, I'll tell you. Thank you.
Well, there is more high drama in the village of Dolton tonight, where embattled Mayor Tiffany Henyard is trying to get down to business.
And that includes spending issues and a controversial move to try to appoint a police chief. NBC5's Randy Gyllenhaal with our story tonight.
Well, for the first time in many weeks, Dolton trustees and Mayor Tiffany Henyard held a public meeting together, but not at Village Hall, here at the Park District due to concerns over safety and violations of the Open Meetings Act. Under the same roof, Dolton trustees gather for a board meeting, and 30 minutes late, Tiffany Henyard arrives to furious residents.
This is an embarrassment to Dolton.
For the first time in weeks, a quorum, which means the village can finally vote on crucial issues like paying bills with a nearly $3 million deficit, as residents confront the mayor who's facing an FBI investigation over spending.
You are a clown. We will continue to speak out against wrongdoing.
Why won't you step down?
Henyard tonight moving to hire a new controversial police chief, but that is facing a legal challenge. And today, the self-proclaimed super mayor says she sent this message to President-elect Donald Trump.
Trump did win, and congratulations again, this is me saying it publicly, to our new president of the United States.
Inviting Trump to meet with her. Henyard's running for re-election next year. She'll face trustee Jason House, a critic who says small businesses in Dolton suffer under her leadership.
Dolton is the only community that in order to get a business license or a liquor license, you need an attorney.
Because guess what? Just like Trump, I'm going to come in on a landslide on both seats. Know that. Remember this moment. When I landslide and come in for the victory like I always do.
Reporting in Dolton, Randy Gyllenhaal, NBC5 News.